What's going on, Attack Squad? It's your boy Roman, the Game Exterminator 343, and today I wanted to actually, touch back on a certain topic that we've been having problems with as of late. I mean, with the influx of, all these haters actually coming in right and left to God only knows what happens when, freaking media outlets actually start trying to lie about the anime that you like watching, like, per se, Screen Rant defending the live action adaptation of Cowboy Bebop and smearing the anime, saying that the anime is problematic. It actually demeans the characters. It actually doesn't even show anything that actually fits in with the. No, unfortunately, they decided to actually, try to pander to the wokies, saying that the live action version is much better than the anime. No, 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 no. That is why I actually draw a line at the anime. I mean, the line is drawn with the anime, okay? That's as far as I'm going. I'm not watching the freaking live action butchering of Cowboy Bebop because basically that's actually a poorly written fan fiction. And I should know, I actually happen to be a fan fiction writer because, you know, the, the fun about writing a fan fiction is about having some fun and actually seeing what your imagination can do. But no, these people just want to freaking pander to the wokies. Ay. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. So, just waiting for my usual group of suspects, but I know that Dio won't be here because he has to work today. Ooh. Oh god. But seriously, guys, we've actually had an influx of like anime haters right and left. But anyway, guys, I just actually had to, like, freaking get rid of a few things. Just can't stand all these like notifications just appearing while you're doing a live stream. It's just ridiculous. Oof. I just hope that my friends actually see the memos I left. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, the fun thing is you got to play the waiting game to see who might show up. Or well, thank you. I don't want to freaking watch any YouTube videos right now because I don't want to freaking get booted out of this service. Like, boot. No thanks. I'm not interested. Yeah, I just hope that we can actually have somebody here with us. Doo-doo-doo. But anyway, guys, I just really want to friggin' say we should actually have a right to, voice our opinions on certain things, whether we're actually showing support for what we like or what we don't like, instead of just, bashing on something just for the sake of actually getting likes and retweets on social media. Because, like Dave Chappelle once said, social media is not real life. It doesn't actually show that we as a society should be living on social media. But nope. We just actually have to go through the friggin' motions of living in normal day just so we can actually try to have all this like BS going on. In fact, we've actually seen it time and again with politics. They're trying.
When you get down home, you want to take that garbage out, please.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm just letting you guys know that I'm just kind of pissed off right now because we've had an influx of like friggin' SJWs and haters. And a good afternoon to you, Solon. I mean, it's actually really nice to actually see somebody here. But also, guys, if you could please share my stream with people. Hopefully, we don't actually attract any bots or anything, because trust me, those are some freaking fun times, and I'm being a little bit sarcastic here. The fun times was actually having people trying to report me for something stupid. But in all seriousness, it's just ridiculous. Oh, I mean, I know if freaking Dio wasn't working here, he'd actually be on here in a heartbeat, just like that. But sadly, Dio's actually working 3 to 7 right now, so I kind of feel bad for the guy, and he's probably gonna have to miss out. Yeah, and I'm working on yet another script for another personal price video, and there's like this one small YouTuber that really just knows how to actually rub someone like me the wrong way. And I was just simply asking the guy what kind of mental gymnastics he was doing. But he actually just had to go and say, "Oh, booting anime girls is wrong. It's actually completely immoral." Okay. That I just really needed to do, because I can just seriously feel like some freaking some serious amounts of freaking brain cells just dying out. I mean, freaking Twitter will do that to you. I mean, after Jack Dorsey just left, we got this like freaking cuckoo cachoo kind of guy that says that, we shouldn't actually be freaking pandering to free speech. What universe does a person need to actually say that freaking free speech doesn't need to freaking be compatible with someone? It's just completely stupid. It's completely asinine there, people. God, oh God, God, God. Oi. Hold on, I'll be right back. Cool. Yeah, I just actually had to share my stream around a little bit with some of my other friends, and I don't know if this might be a good time for a live stream or not, but what the? Who's calling from New York? Yeah, I'm fine. Ugh. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's just ridiculous how people are these days. You know, all we're just doing right now is we're trying to actually enjoy something without having someone just force their agendas down our throats. Because, if they actually take away the entertainment, then they're going to take away everything so they can actually make us as miserable as they are. And they can actually just have us, being so vile, so angry. Look, you can be violent and angry at someone, but just don't bring me into this because I really don't want to be that kind of person. I just prefer being my own person. I prefer just being me. I prefer being someone who actually loves and appreciates anime as much as the next guy does. Oy. I'm gonna play the waiting game for see whoever shows up. Hey. Yeah, it's just ridiculous, guys. I gotta say. Choo-choo. Yeah, it's just dealing with the boredom right now, and probably might have to switch over to Discord if possible for any like future streams because basically I feel like I'm kind of running out of time on StreamYards. There's only like a certain amount of hours you can actually stream on this thing, and you gotta pay some money in order to actually extend some time. Oy, this is just fun. Not. Yeah, in fact, I just hope that my usual group of suspects will show up. Like I said, oof, because it gets really boring when you're trying to actually live stream alone. I mean, if I wanted to do just something solo, I'd actually would be freaking doing a video. But I'm saving my videos for when I actually do get a chance to. I do get a chance to actually make something, but I just really freaking gotta say, this is boring. It's absolutely boring. I mean, Dio ain't here. I don't know where the others might be. So I did send a memo to. Yeah, I'm gonna play around with my camera a little bit, try to figure out a. Yeah, I have to delete something here real quick. Oh, Giguk. Oh, seriously? Anime sucks? And that guy calls himself a fucking anime fan. I hope to God that, that guy actually. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I don't really watch Giguk as much because, I think that, Joey, Connor, and Giguk, they're all just, the freaking the pits right now because they actually have just they live up to their name, Trash Taste Podcast. And basically, I have something these guys don't have, and that's honesty. Basically, I usually think of like Joey and Giguk as like, being just totally freaking dishonest. They don't actually see anime for what it is. They just actually want to use anime fans as cash cows. And quite frankly, it just kind of fucking boggles my mind. Just like Neuralities. She actually freaking sits there and says, oh, we actually shouldn't be looting anime girls because it's actually problematic and it's racist. Yet she's okay with actually freaking looting people like Bakugo from My Hero Academia. How can I actually take you quite seriously if you ever actually say something like that? That's just freaking wrong. I really could care less about what people do behind closed doors. No, in fact, Razor Fist was right. We need to gatekeep the gatekeepers out there. Tell them that they're not good, that they're just being hypocrites. These so-called gatekeepers that actually sit there and say, oh, we can't let you in because you're actually not really worthy enough. Yet, like I quote my friend Alex Kogan. He says that you can come into our fandoms, but don't break our stuff. But like I said, they come into our fandoms, break our stuff, and then accuse us of actually being, not inclusive enough. Hold on, guys. Take care of some change here. Boy. It's just been a slow day today. I mean, I wish I could have actually done this earlier, so that way we can get it all out of our systems. But I just kind of went for a bit of an afternoon type setting, and pretty much, Oh, hold on. Oh, we got Cerno. Hold on, I'm ringing you on. Hey, Cerno.
Hello.
Well, it's good to actually hear your voice. I mean, basically, I've been freaking sitting around here for about 17 minutes, thinking that nobody was going to show up.
Huh. Am I really the only one here?
I don't know.
Oh, that would be quite something.
Yeah.
If we had a two-person panel, that would just be weird.
Yeah, just, freaking. I mean, I did share it with, like, both the Council of Weebs, and I've also actually shared it on my Discord.
Huh.
Oh, and it turns out that freaking Giguk made a new video called Anime Sucks. This is according to Ollie Ray.
Why did he say that? Did you watch it? Is he what's he saying in it?
I don't even freaking know because I don't freaking care about Giguk. That guy's much of a fucking lying cuck asshole, just like Joey. So both of them could go get fucked.
Oh man. Hey guys, what's up? What's going on?
Oh,
Hi.
not much. We're just dealing with all these like freaking anime haters. And, dude, don't even get me started on Screen Rant's freaking like, attack of like the goddamn anime, saying that the anime is problematic and it actually butchered the live action version. No, the live action version butchered itself. Seriously.
What are you talking about?
Okay, I don't know if you guys might have seen this or not. Okay, there's this video from Yellow Flash saying that, Screen Rant actually did a freaking article defending the live action Netflix adaptation of Cowboy Bebop, which that can go suck lemons for all I care. I'm not freaking gonna be watching it anytime soon. I'd rather
Well, here's the thing. I mean, like, in my opinion, it's really not that bad. It's just a female actress, a Faye, But like I said, a lot of people might be old-fashioned and say it's terrible because that's typically how it goes when it comes to live-action anime adaptations. But I mean, like, in my opinion, this could have been a whole lot worse. but it doesn't excuse the flaws, of course. But that's just my opinion. I'm not going to be an asshole like a lot of these anime haters because I love anime. And honestly, I do wish there was more live actions of anime done right. But yeah, and if I sound a little bit under the weather, that's because I am. And with that, I'm in kind of a shitty mood. So please forgive me for that.
Hey, it's all good, man. We're just actually here to actually, vent our frustrations. This is like our little personal powwow, as Mad Matt would put it.
Yeah. Oh man, I really don't feel good.
Well, if you actually need to get out, then basically, you don't have to force yourself through this. I mean,
No, I'm not forcing myself. I just want to be on here. It's not that bad, but it could be a whole lot worse. Like I said, I'm not forcing myself to do anything. I came on here because I wanted to be on here, and hang with you guys and stuff.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. But the thing I really freaking hate the most is how people are always actually saying the same old fucking tiresome bullshit, saying that if you loot underage anime girls, then you're actually a pedo.
Okay, here's my truth and honest opinion on it. And I already know a certain fat ass is going to call me a liar, but here's the thing. I am not really too much into the lolicon thing. I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but I'm not really into that. I mainly prefer more mature women, at least 18 and up, like 23 around my age, if not a little older,
Eh.
Yeah.
I mean, but the thing is, like, once you ban it, they're coming for other stuff next. It's also not only like what the front lines are now, but what's 2 or 3 hills behind the front lines as well. And that's an immediate danger.
Yeah. But hey, Cerno, I always want to ask. You never really talk about anything that you really like. I know you're into politics and nothing is safe. I guess I understand that. Even though, listen, I really want to know what you're into. Like I never really see.
I like things like Neptunia, Disgaea, Toho, that kind of stuff.
So yeah. I'm kind of into that series, but the fan base got me fucking hot at one point, and I just like, what, fuck it.
At what?
I made a video on my DBZ and GT for Life channels saying that Dragon Ball slaps Toho, which it does. I don't want to offend.
I think, especially when you add in Dragon Ball Super. I mean, come on.
Especially Dragon Ball GT.
Like, they can do like freaking. You've got Beerus. I don't think any Toho character would survive a freaking planet being destroyed. I mean, come on, Frieza can just boom, here goes your planet.
I've seen people make arguments that Yukari or any Toho character can fight Omega Shenron. Dude,
hell no.
These dudes can't even beat Beerus. How can they beat Omega Shenron? That's impossible.
Beerus, just freaking Frieza. I mean, Frieza, she can destroy. He can destroy a freaking planet. Once you get to that level, all bets are off. You're doomed.
Yeah, and
when your opponent can destroy a planet, you're done for.
And then they even go as far as say these characters are universal. I'm like, oh my god, man, no, it's not even close. Like I said, Dragon Ball is not the most powerful thing ever, but it sure as hell.
Sorry, guys, I had to turn my Wi-Fi on, so.
No, it's fine. Like I said, Dragon Ball Super is it's bad. It's very bad, of course, but it has its good and it has its bad. It's not the worst thing ever. I much prefer looking at something like Toho than Dragon Ball Super. Hell, I'd rather look at DMC Devil May Cry, the reboot game of Devil May Cry, which is actually pretty damn good. Super just drops the ball on so many levels. And
it's power creep.
Yeah, it's like
it's one. Okay, the thing is that when you start introducing characters like Beerus who can just touch something and basically delete it, basically just freaking have it just freaking slowly vanish. It's like you're into basically you're basically at level beyond, even beyond the freaking gods at that point. You're just
like even with Dragon Ball GT, which I scale higher than Super, but even with that, you know, like Omega was so powerful. Him just existing in the galaxy was able to destroy the galaxy with just his karma energy. I'm like, really? Like at this point, Dragon Ball just reached levels of power almost untouched by most anime characters. Now, that's not to say all of them, because you got some godlike ones, but you know, like I said, that right there, it just goes way over the top. Because at least with Beerus, he could like wish away something, putting his hand up, or some Kai energy. Omega can just stand there and just destroy something without even touching it. Like that's just going.
Or probably without even wanting to destroy it.
Yeah, it's like this dude.
It's like he appears all of a sudden. What's going on? Oh, did I just wipe out the galaxy?
Yeah, it's like, man, Toho is not touching that. I'm sorry. Like, I get it. Toho characters are very hacks. I will admit, Toho characters have more abilities than Dragon Ball characters. They have more.
But there's more of them, but they're not nearly as powerful.
Yeah, exactly.
They actually have some kind of limit to their power, unlike Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, man.
That's if you don't take care of if you don't count like comedic effect, because sometimes like they'll have Yukari doing bullshit things for just some funny thing or something, but
yeah,
that doesn't count, like, because that's just a gag.
Yeah, so pretty much.
I mean, when it comes to serious stuff, there's always a limit to their power. And Dragon Ball, on the other hand, power creep.
Yeah, man. Now, when we start to get into DC comics, man, I'm done. I'm not debating that because the characters in there are too powerful. Granted, there are characters in Marvel that would get demolished by the Dragon Ball cast. Like, someone said that Storm from X-Men can beat freaking the Dragon Ball cast. I'm like, oh my God, that's not even. Where did you get that from? I was like, well, she can create a star. Yeah, but that was due to Cyclops' help in some kind of way. Like, no, she's strong. Don't get it twisted. She's hacks, but she's not beating no goddamn Goku or anything like that. Not in my opinion. From the shit that I've seen Goku do, like his raw power alone, like he has more reach. I'm sorry, he'll beat Storm. In my opinion.
Yeah, also, guys, this is why we actually talk about anime, manga, comic books, and video games on this channel, besides just like politics and stuff, because A, I really don't follow politics, and B, they're just trying to destroy our entertainment just so they can actually make us as good as they are.
Well, like they all say, they can go suck a dick. And, you know, like, yeah, man, I just been like looking at like some YouTube videos on my system. I haven't been on my computer, but I kind of am on now often, just a little bit. But the time I get on this thing more often is the time I'm now getting under the weather. I'm getting right back on my feet though, just immediately though. Like I'm about to get over this shit, but
what did you get? COVID?
No, oh my God, no COVID. Just like some cold or whatever. But what is it? What it is? Yeah. I'm getting over it. But like I said,
it sucks ass. I mean,
man, let me tell you, you ain't lying, man. Like I said, man, when it comes to like, see, people have this issue where they gotta talk. Oh, Dragon Ball is bland and it's boring. Yeah, if you're looking at Dragon Ball now, it's just a cash cow. But back then, it had quality. You just don't want to see that, you know. And while it does have flaws, and I will call out certain things that Dragon Ball Z did, I don't hate it. Like, for the most part, it's still a solid 9, at least a solid 9, a 9.5 at least, solid 9.5 at the most. Like, I'll give it that. You know, now. Some people even say that, oh, I like Redo of Healer better than Dragon Ball Super. I'm like, I think I've seen that somewhere before. I don't know where I saw that, but I was like, I mean, like at this point, I can say anything is better than Dragon Ball Super. But Redo of Healer is actually not that bad, aside from the more disturbing parts of the anime. It's not that bad. Sure, it has its bland moments, but it's actually not that bad. Super just dropped the ball, so that's the difference. And plus, Super
Yeah,
is already based off of a beloved anime that actually introduced us to anime. So there's no excuses. Dragon Ball Super was terrible, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't, you know. Now, if you like Super, that's fine. I don't listen. Here's the thing. I want to tell everybody something. I don't hate fans of Super. If you're a genuine cool fan of the series, like if you're genuinely cool, you don't bother anybody, or you're trying to get into the series, I don't have a problem with you. Hell, if you're trying to get into the series, I will gladly, show you around and show you what to start with and stuff like that. But if you're one of these toxic, rabid fanboys who power scale and do all this crazy stuff, I can't tolerate that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just like it's just like the people that actually say that if you actually watch anime for fan service, you're a misogynist.
Or it's even worse when they say that you're a loser for liking anime. Now that pisses me off. Yeah, now I will admit there's probably some losers who do watch anime. Yakuza wasn't killer, but I mean, not all of us is losers.
It's a stereotype they want to push.
Yeah, pretty much.
Honestly, what I think is dangerous is when politicians buy into it, because then they might get their idea to draft a bill or something to ban it or something, or maybe even slip. I'm afraid they're just gonna slip something into a budget bill and get anime banned and stuff.
Yeah,
they just slip it into a budget bill.
They cannot do that because freaking it falls under freedom of speech and expression, the first freaking amendment.
It depends. It depends because I think that there are probably some judges with the old attitude of only political speech deserves protection. There's that old-fashioned way of but hopefully newer generations won't buy into that.
They definitely won't. It just seems ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I mean, even if it would fail, they would still try. It's not saying that they wouldn't try though.
Yeah, they'll still try, but if they failed the first time, the second time they made the same old tricks won't work. I mean, you got people's not going to buy into that. See, here's the thing: people are not that stupid. We only lose if we buy into things. Think about it. These guys can say, "Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that."
They can't do. At least they can't do. At least we have a shield that protects us from what's going on in Australia and the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhat. Obscenity laws, don't get me started on that. That's a loophole that they're probably going to try to use, but you know how that goes.
When I hear the term obscenity laws, I freaking shiver. Just the word obscenity makes me cringe. So
it's because it's a concept from the days when it's from the Victorian era. The moralistic. We still have those ideals lingering, and it's a dangerous thing because
yeah, man.
Europe used to not be so bad about it until the feminists got involved, but that goes.
Bitches. I mean, listen, let me tell you, man. These people who say we need to ban anime and we need to use these laws, they probably be behind their closed rooms, be looking at hentai, they'd be like, okay, let's look at what. Woo!
Yeah, they probably actually fact to 177013.
Yeah,
it's cursed. Let's just say it's cursed. It's actually a pretty sad story. The story in the actual it's a very sad story.
Wait, are you talking about the merchants there, sir? Now?
Yeah, that's exactly that. I've only.
I think I know what you're talking about. That's pretty fucking weird. I need to look.
That's pretty fucked up. It's a fucked up story.
Yeah, them dudes be up in them offices. Oh,
yeah,
all night, no lotion. These people are fucking weird, man. Look, the
Yeah.
guy who works at Warner Brothers likes to get his clothes ironed with his pants still on. So he likes to get his dick steamed. I'm telling you, man.
Oh, ouch.
Listen, man, these politicians, these people in power are weird, man. They love to hide behind puritanism, but once you open them doors and see what's really going on, they're
I mean,
weirdos.
look at what happened with PlayStation recently.
What happened?
Yeah, exactly.
What happened? What happened?
There was
Okay, allow me to actually clarify something, and this is on behalf of Cerno. If you don't mind, I'll actually give a little clarification for DBZ and GT for Life. Okay, so what happened is the CEO of Sony actually got caught trying to actually.
no, it's not the CEO, but it's a chief. It's someone. I think it's either someone right under the C-suite or one of the C-suite executives. It's either the CTO or someone or some kind of some lead technical person, but they got busted.
For what? Doing what?
Okay, they actually got set up for a freaking sting operation, and the freaking dude was trying to, have sex with a 15-year-old boy.
Man,
Yeah.
what? Man,
Highly illegal stuff.
Yo, these dudes be weird. I keep telling people this.
Honestly, it's funny how it seems to be the worst kind of people that are trying to censor our stuff. It's always the worst kinds of people.
Yeah, because they're trying to cover up what they really be doing, and then people want to
It's called
talk.
virtue signaling, and it's just dumb. And
Yo, dude, like there's many stories of like Sony fans or Sony ponies back in like 2015, where it was like high searches of Pornhub on the PS4. Listen, anything that relates to Sony when it comes to this stuff, they want to censor everything, but they be having the weirdest stuff go down when people are not looking. And then when people look, it'd be all kinds of weird stuff. People jerking off to the PS4, fucking online sex, just do all kinds of weird shit. There's always something weird with Sony.
yeah, honestly, I don't understand why consoles have web browsers. And what's funny is that web browsers on consoles is a lot of time how those consoles get hacked because I mean, come on, web browsers have exploits. I mean, come on, like how do you think you get hacked? How do you think you get viruses just by visiting a website? It's because they're exploiting the browser. The same kind of thing was used to hack the PS4. The same kind of exploit, the browser exploit, using the browser.
Exactly, man. And they could be watching you. Oh,
yeah, they could hack your PS4, literally. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is that not only can those exploits be used, like those exploits not only could. I mean, it's good when they're used to jailbreak the PS4, but not when they're used against you to actually hack your PS4 for the same reason they'd hack your PC or whatnot by for malicious stuff.
Yeah, like they'll be trying to look for all the porn you got. Like, let's see what kind of porn you got, and shit like that.
Honestly, Sony wouldn't even have to hack your PS4. They could just slip something into a system update.
Yeah, man.
That's what's scary. Is that and you have no way to stop it.
Yeah, you got.
You're not legally allowed to stop it because technically, Sony basically owns your PS4 even though you've bought it.
Yeah, they pretty much be like, "Oh, you want to try to look up porn? We got something for you," and then they'll just fucking put an update. It's like, "Oh, an update." They're gonna be putting all kinds of shit on your PS4 and everything like that.
I mean, they could if they wanted to. I mean,
yeah, man.
Just because they haven't done it doesn't mean they can't. They can't because believe me, I bet you. I think that they're just worried about people find. The only thing that stops them is PR. They don't want the PR nightmare,
Yeah, they don't want people to find out what they really be doing.
The thing is that consoles always eventually get hacked, and that's the thing that I think like they're trying to make it harder and harder to hack them. That's just a delay. I mean, imagine when quantum computing becomes a thing, and basically people are able to crack every console. Up to the PS4 and probably they could be able to just calculate the keys because quantum computing. Imagine when that happens. They're gonna have to. Of course, there's gonna be new crypto standards before then, but everything that uses like RSA will be able to be cracked. So basically, a lot of DRM keys are gonna be floating around. Let's just say that there's gonna be a lot of cracking DRM.
Wow, man. And then motherfuckers are getting your PS4 and be like, and then you know,
I
you
mean,
got the
no, I'm
perverts
just
out. Huh?
the thing of what I'm saying is that cracking open those keys for like all the old stuff, that actually would be good because that would mean that people could emulate and or even just upload custom firmware onto their things. Because once quantum computing gets to a point where we can crack those, a lot of times the keys that they use are like because remember the consoles are usually used with security of their time. The older the console, the easier it will be to crack with quantum computing. So
Yeah,
like if the thing is that the PS3 was already cracked because they fucked up when they made the thing.
yeah,
But
man.
like the PS4, for example, I think that I don't think they use post quantum and they don't use quantum resistant encryption for the PS4. I'm not sure. I don't think they do for the PS5 either. But eventually they're going to like use because once people like once the internet starts being secured with that kind of with quantum computing resistant encryption, that's when the consoles start using for DRM, and that point forward won't be able to be cracked with that. But anything from that point before, wide open.
Yep. Oh,
Eventually, it's going to happen. It's just going to take years from now. I'd say it's about 10 years off, I think.
I mean, maybe 10 years, maybe. Might be sooner. And you know what's so funny? They always go after the PS4, but never the Xbox. I wonder why.
I don't know. Besides, basically, I don't know if there's anything wrong with Microsoft. I mean, they freaking. I don't know if they'll actually do anime games exclusively on freaking Microsoft's consoles.
Like I said, I love Xbox, but I don't hate Microsoft. I just dislike them for what they did to Windows 7. If you go on my channel and you see my Windows 10 rant, you will know exactly what my problem is.
Yeah, and honestly, I can't wait until honestly, if Microsoft goes to if they try to lock down their system like Apple, the thing is that it won't work because if they try to amplify like make their system just like Apple, here's the thing: is that a lot of people want that. The thing is with PCs. With PCs, they're too open. Apple, their operating system only runs on their hardware, so they can have more of a locked down system. Windows, on the other hand, and in PC, the thing is PCs aren't just Windows. That's what people usually get the misconceptions. People think of PCs are Windows and Mac is Apple. But what they don't realize is that the PC is not just there's other operating systems you can load onto it. It's just that those are not as popular. And that's the problem, is that software vendors only write things for what's popular.
Yeah, the PC is the PC could be a blessing, but it could be a danger in disguise too. I mean, it goes both ways with that. Me personally, Windows is a lot easier, so that's why I'd use it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that, and one of the things I really think the Linux developers need to do, create a stable driver API. I think for desktop, it should have been BSD to become the desktop competitor, not Linux, because for some reason Linux they don't have because they have this whole they don't really cater to anyone. They'll everything this is why Nvidia and things like Nvidia, why it's such a hard pain in the ass to get Nvidia drivers to work, because they have to have this little stub and then the Nvidia driver blob, and it's this weird setup. While on BSD they could just distribute drivers that could be loaded, just kind of like you do on Windows, except just in a different format, or just in the using the BSD system calls instead of the Windows ones. The thing is that like it just wrecks how these like especially graphics cards specifically, because a lot of these vendors, for some reason, they put all their trade secrets and stuff into their drivers, so they can't release. Well, AMD releases open source drivers. NVIDIA, on the other hand, they put all their trade secrets into the drivers instead of actually having them on the card itself. If you want to protect your intellectual property, it's better to actually put them in the hardware itself rather than in the software people use to run the card, which is, I think, NVIDIA's problem.
Yeah, and so it's so funny because I actually use NVIDIA. I tried to use Radeon. That shit pissed me off.
Well, the problem with Radeon is their drivers.
Yeah, man, I do not fuck with Radeon.
The thing is, Radeon cards are good for Linux systems, but bad on Windows. And with NVIDIA, it's the opposite. So really, what operating system you're going to use on your system influences heavily on what graphics card you're going to buy, which is it's a sad situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, Omega Katana says, "I'm too busy playing retro games and working on a new Raspberry Pi project." Well, that's actually good to hear there, Omega. And the Blinking Shadow says, "Hey, Mr. A, how are you? I'm doing pretty good, man. Just actually chilling out and trying to get some of these like freaking anime haters on blast here."
Oh yeah, like Gigcuck.
The anime man did something to where like he was talking to Rui Tsukio and all of that, and he was trying to ask him questions, trying to find a part where he really messed up. Maybe I must have missed it, but you know, like I get what he's trying to do. I get that he wants to know why he made the stuff as intense that he made it, but you know, like it's just, you know.
Yeah, but I really want to give it to like Natalie for Natalie Hunter. She's the one who actually tried to defend Ryusuke. But I really couldn't find it as completely freaking like irritating that people like freaking Smoke Talks or like Butter Boy, for instance. God, I fucking hate that guy.
Butter bitch.
Okay, here's an interesting question for you guys. Who's worse,
What?
the anime elitist or the anime haters?
That's a tough one because the anime elitist is very fucking stupid, but then again, the anime haters, I mean, like, they know when to just like leave stuff alone and just say, fuck it, I don't like anime, and just walk away from the situation. Anime elitists will go on and on and on about how you suck if you like this and you're trash and blah, 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 fucking blah. These people go on and on about that shit all day long.
Yep.
So I think the anime elitist is actually somewhat worse, if not just more fucking annoying, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I think Gigok is like the thing is that what I think really is what I think the problem is with some people is that, okay, I remember this one video Noble from Lost Paws did, and he actually there's actually this meme around where he's like during when he said it, he had this specific like he was like fictional characters, fictional problems. Gagek, on the other hand, thinks that fictional characters means real problems, because I think it's a whole like normalization BS from the feminists. I think that's what's getting people to turn to the anti side, is this feminist nonsense about normalization.
You know what? I think the real reason why Yakuza Western Killer said that anime is pedophilia, and he's starting to say that is because he's scared of what feminists might think of him.
Yeah, I think that a lot of it comes from feminists.
Hey, bro, just stop by to say keep up the good work in discussions, and yeah, I plan on doing it, my dude. And basically, hey, you're more than welcome to come out to the streams anytime, man. Just let me know if you're down for it. I mean, basically, we're more than happy to have you on board. In fact, if you could you actually not only just subscribe to my channel but also share my content as well to other people, because I'm still trying to hit 300 to 400 by the end of 2022. And if I ever do that, I might actually throw in some like hentai reviews as well.
And
Be
I was
careful with that. You don't want to get
But
wabba jacked. You don't want to get wabba jacked like Raging Golden Eagle did.
speaking of hentai, you got a lot of.
No, guys. I got alternative motives. Basically, there's actually two options I could either do. I could do it one as like a Patreon exclusive, or two, I could actually do it over on the alternate channel that DBZ and GT for Life actually said.
Which we won't say the name of, but yeah,
Right.
yeah. As a matter of fact, speaking of hentai, you got all these people who say, if you jack off to hentai, you're a loser. I know people who are I don't know them, but I do, who have girlfriends or who are married that jack off to hentai when they're not getting
Heck,
that.
what's funny is that, and what gets me going is like Noble's one of the weebs. Like a lot of people say that Noble is tainted or whatnot. I think the reason why he isn't doing all like the stuff he used to do is because of YouTube's terms of service getting worse over time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Noble doesn't have all the good content he used to make. Is because he used to make good content, but all of a sudden YouTube just kept tightening the screws. So the problem is YouTube. Don't blame Noble for that. Blame fucking Wabajack for that.
You're talking about Susan Whiskey?
Yes, Susan Skynet.
That
freaking. Because basically, I definitely gotta give thanks to freaking Matt Wheaton for that one. He's the one who came up with that name.
Yeah.
What? Susan Whiskey?
No, I came up with that. Matt came up with Susan Skynet.
Yep, basically.
Or her other nickname, Cobweb Pussy.
And the funny thing is, I think this woke. I think that this incursion of feminism into platforms, I really do hope it causes a split where I hope that if they tighten the screws too much, people will start just jumping ship to somewhere else.
Yeah, that's gonna eventually happen. That typically is what is going.
There's only so much bullshit people will take. And the thing is, we just need viable alternate platforms. And well, again, I don't want to get into the bank thing again.
Yeah, and we are about to jump ship soon. So I mean, like, it's not impossible for other people to do the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we need alternative methods around freaking censorship. We don't need authoritarianism.
The thing is, once we got our alternative platforms, I have a sneaking suspicion that the banks are going to try to shut them down by canceling their processing and stuff like that. And that's what I'm mostly afraid of, because the only way around that is crypto. The only way around the banks is basically Monero, or Bitcoin and stuff like that. And
I don't trust Bitcoin, and as fortunate as that may be, because Bitcoin could be useful too, which it is.
Well, I mean, to use, like, if you want to use things that use Bitcoin, there is like atomic swaps between Monero and Bitcoin, so you could get around it that way. Because the real problem is, I mean, the thing is that the real problem is businesses not taking any cryptocurrency not very many at the moment, and I think it has to do with the public perception of it as being like anything that's doesn't have all the KYC and all other bullshit attached to the financial system is going to be used by criminals because it can be. The problem is people then view it as the criminal's money when it's just because, I mean, cash is cash is the criminal's money if you want to compare them, but because the only advantage that that online transactions would have is that you don't need to be physically present, so the sting operations become untenable, unrealistic. I think that's why they want to get rid of, why they want to control crypto so much, is because unlike cash, which you have to be physically present for, they can't do a sting operation on crypto like they can on cash. However, I think that the problem is they want to blame the tool, not the perpetrator. It's the same thing with gun control.
Mm-hmm.
But
Also,
that's
here's
just
another
that.
thing, guys. I just actually had this snap to me, and you guys actually followed up on the Tory situation, where freaking
Yeah, where
Tory
the guy lost it.
was actually getting struck down on 150 videos, mind you, saying that basically this is actually a blatant abuse of copyright.
Fair, yeah. The problem is that Japan doesn't have fair use, so they think they can enforce Japanese law on a U.S. company on content made by a U.S. person. It's honestly, I think the U.S. kind of deserves that, because the U.S. has been doing it to other countries for decades with their extradition, trying to get people on U.S. laws even though they were never stepped foot in the U.S. To me, that's kidnapping. To me, that's a U.S. kidnapping foreign nationals, dragging them here, and then charging with U.S. crimes. To me, it's basically the same concept, except in a civil rather than a criminal nature.
The U.S. has done things in the past that are very
I think
questionable.
normalize that. The U.S. normalized that, so now other countries are doing it to us. So we're kind of to blame for that, because we normalize that kind of thing.
But I just gotta say one thing, guys. I don't think that what happened to Totally Not Mark or any other content creator getting slapped with all these freaking copyright strikes from places like Toy and other companies. That's just totally unfair for us trying to actually make a living. Some of these people.
And honestly, I think that's why if you ever do something, you always want to put money into a war chest. You want to make sure you have a legal war chest, so that if something like that happens, you have at least you want at least a couple 100,000, if not $500,000, so that you can sue people, so you can go after people who come after you.
Mm-hmm.
So if people actually had because you have to do that in countries like the U.S. where we have an expensive court system. You have to be able to sue people who come after you, like Toei did to him. If he had $500,000 in a war chest, he could sue their asses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and basically that's just the thing that these KV morons actually did with Vic Mignogna, saying that basically Nick Rekieta's GoFundMe was actually just nothing more than a war chest.
Well, I mean, it technically was a war chest, but the thing is that they struck first. They're the ones who got him fired, and they're the ones who did something to him that it can't be undone because of the internet and because of woke. The thing is that, and the funny thing is, the problem is we have really corrupt court system where they can get away with that kind of what they did to Vic Mignogna, because I think the judge was up for trying to run for a higher judgeship office or something, I think he was running for the Texas Supreme Court or something. And that's why he ruled he didn't want to have the case go forward, because he didn't want to be smeared by the media as a misogynist or rape enabler and stuff, because I'm sure the woke people would run that in ads. They would have smeared the judge in ads, because that's a problem about judges being able to run for higher office and stuff, is it can corrupt them because they want to climb that ladder. and they have to basically get enough support, which means they can't have the media going after them. And the media, I think, is a source of a lot of the problems and why nothing gets done, because there's people are afraid to do it because the media will come after them and smear them.
Yep.
Exactly. And basically, this is why we don't trust the media these days, because A, the media 9 times out of 10 smears and lies about things. B, they just perpetuate fake news over and over again. And C, do you think they ever actually try to be honest with the American people? No. They just want to actually feed us all this political rhetoric garbage just to keep us, like, tone deaf and, like, freaking, like, dumber than shit, saying we actually are
the same thing they're doing in the schools to the kids. The thing is, now they're in the schools doing it to the kids. And the thing is that if they can get, it's a whole nother problem there too, where the kids are being filled with all sorts of stuff in the schools. So at least the thing is that they did not think that the pandemic would expose what they're doing because of remote learning, but it did. Once the parents were able to hear it, that's why we're having the uproar about schools right now.
Yeah, and basically, I just actually have a thing against CRT. It should never have been taught anywhere, not colleges, not schools, nowhere.
I mean, CRT literally preaches. So the thing is with CRT, it's basically saying we need to discriminate against people because of the sins of their grandfather and stuff like that. The problem is according to CRT, the only way we can solve racism is to basically tear down the Constitution, tear down the Bill of Rights, tear down innocent until proven guilty, and basically live in a Soviet or either a Soviet or a Maoist society like China. They want us to turn us into mainland China, basically.
Oh,
China!
hell,
You must worship China! Don't even get me started, man.
Yeah, they want to institute that kind of thing because they'll be the ones in control. They want to, and then us people like us will be treated like how the Uyghurs are treated in China. That's what they want. They want to commit the same human rights abuses, and they want to have, and they also want to abolish the Fourth Amendment, have cameras everywhere. Like kind of like what happens in China. It's basically the Constitution just gets in their way, so they have to tear it down, and they have to label it as CRT is a way of turning the children against the Constitution, so that they can abolish it once enough old people die off, that they can just abolish it and instate their basically one party rule, where anyone who anyone who criticizes the government will be locked in a gulag.
Yo, dude, I'm just thinking this to myself, like, if these constitutions ever go away somehow, right? And the people in China.
Well, the thing is,
no,
I mean,
I'm giving you a scenario. If China, like, if someone like let's say just for whatever reason, the president of China just dies, right? And pretty much, he passes away, and they have to find a new leader. Dude, if he allows people to have more freedom in China, people over there, China's carnal desires and everything they always wanted to do is going to start coming out in full.
Well, I mean, that's the thing.
Everywhere. That's
a problem. Is that they'll have this freedom, and like if the communist system fell, they would always like if they were given their freedoms back. I mean, it is a problem, but I think it's better to deal with that than to keep their current censorship system in place.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that the thing is that it's punishment for oppressing them in the first place.
Yeah, but guys, I hate to say this, but let's change the subject to something else, because I really don't want to be dragged into politics, because that's not what I like to do. That's one of the two things I don't like to do on on my live streams is sit here talk about freaking politics all day because I'm not trying to put you down or anything,
Well,
sir.
I
no.
mean, I don't want. I'm just saying we're gonna end up in a world like Shimoneta. Hopefully,
God forbid.
hopefully we'll have someone like Anna.
Yo, I love me some Anna, boy. I love me some Anna. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, Anna. Damn, the thirsty girl.
Oh God. Okay, I gotta admit, basically the freaking.
I mean, that's a good segue to get off of politics, is saying, hey, we're gonna end up like a world like Shimoneta, and then mention Anna, because
Yeah, man. Listen, man.
Anna's a crazy girl.
But she's sexy as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie.
Sexy and thirsty, best
Yay.
combination.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
a good segue. I will admit that, but also I've been working on a bit of a dystopian like fan fiction called Anarchy of Anime, where it talks about like if anime is actually deemed illegal, not just here in the U.S. but all over the world. And we're actually doing whatever we can to actually make it.
Well,
legal.
basically like Shimoneta, but except if the entire world all of a sudden was like that instead of just one country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'll actually have to share it with you guys, and it is SYOC, meaning send your original characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if
And if someone
part of,
also, Mr. Anime, did someone get on you about your hentai fan fiction or something like that?
yeah, it was freaking leaked to Josh from someone over at Kiwi Farms, and it was actually.
Of course, it's them.
Wait a minute. If it's public and it's for everyone to read, then is it?
Yeah, it's not really a leak then, but still, the fact that Kiwi Farms had to bring it to Butterboy's attention. Damn.
Yeah. And basically, I will admit this. I will personally admit this. I was young. I was stupid. I did not even know any better. But if I would do it again, I sure as hell would.
I mean, come on. The fact that they're trying to call you, that they're trying to criticize you for writing fiction, they're again,
What
they're
was
like
even in the fan fiction?
They're the people trying to institute a Shimoneta-like world.
Yeah, man. I bet it was just the standard stuff in your book, right?
Yeah, it's all just fiction, Freaking, like we say, it's either lines on screen, words on a piece of paper. It's like, lines on paper, words on a paper, or pixels on a screen. It doesn't correlate with real life.
It really
but
doesn't.
People don't understand that.
They will never understand. The only thing they understand is "ree" and all that other stuff.
But, I actually have to say this one thing. I have something that basically Butterboy doesn't have, and that's honesty.
Yeah, he's very dishonest. Dude has a lot of nerve talking about people is accusing him and making him look bad, yet he'll turn around and do the exact same to somebody else. What a fucking joke.
Yeah, in fact, not only is he a liar, he actually just has the freaking tenacity to actually accuse people of being misogynists, future sex offenders, freaking pedos. He'll actually accuse anybody and then defame them. And I wish I could actually.
Honestly, I think it's an extension of the whole false accusation culture, kind of like what they did to Vic. I think it's an extension of that. I think it's the same type of feminist rhetoric that they're using, and it's the same. Like they'll accuse anyone of being a pedo over it, and
oh man. I can't believe I actually missed the first hour. Jesus Christ. Was I sleeping on the job or what?
Well,
anyway, what I was gonna say is that I think the whole accusing people of pedophilia over drawings is basically an extension of calling of this over exaggeration of calling people predators when they didn't do anything wrong, kind of like what they did to Vic.
Oh yeah,
It's an
That sort
extension.
of
It's
mindset fucking
the direct
pisses me
extension.
right the fuck off.
Yeah. Also, we've actually been having an influx of these like freaking morons over on Twitter, like this one chick saying that freaking looting underage anime girls is actually the equivalent of being a pedo.
And what are the chances of that bitch being a fucking kitty diddler her fucking self?
That I'm gonna simply say the same thing that I told you the last time when you were saying that, Professor Otaku was actually a freaking supporter of kitties.
Okay,
And I'm gonna say it loud, and I'm gonna say,
my bad. Just
don't tempt fate!
yeah, I had that coming.
I can't even actually believe I've actually used that 2 weeks.
Oh, and yes, Ollie Ray, I actually saw that new Gigok video, and my brain cells immediately started committing seppuku.
Oh god, you want to talk about freaking seppuku, freaking brain cells actually committing seppuku? You should actually check out Smoke Talks. Basically, he says that the anime version of Cowboy Bebop sucks.
Really?
Wait a minute. He said the anime version of Cowboy Bebop sucks. How can you
Yeah,
like the live action but hate the original that it came from? That makes no sense.
Yeah, that makes about as much sense as I don't know, the whole plot of Game of Thrones.
Wow.
It's kind of funny how they'll criticize anime for the same thing Game of Thrones did.
Yeah.
The thing is, I think the reason is because Game of Thrones is in the Western industry, which can be controlled by the SJWs. Anime is outside of the SJW's current sphere of influence. Not to say it can't, as that sphere of influence can't expand. If
Yeah,
let's say a
that's why we
feminist gets in
The
office.
Japanese guys, the Japanese people would murder those feminists and SJWs if that didn't happen.
Well, they have some of their own, but they always keep losing. They keep losing in every
guys.
election.
Yeah, they would lose. They would lose bad. The Japanese people is gonna go and get real degenerate on those fucking feminists. I'm telling you.
Again, we gotta gatekeep like a mofo.
Yep,
Even
and
harder
you know
than-
in fact,
the
I
Japanese
agree.
have been doing a good job at gatekeeping because that bill that they were going to use to censor anime using basically a Tokyo's city laws that failed. That did not pass. In fact, I think there was a quote. I don't know. Might be a mistranslation. It might not have been said, but it might. I don't know because it's hearsay. But I heard it was because we cannot use laws to protect feelings. That's just boiling it down to that.
Well, of
Basically.
course, facts really don't care that much about feelings to begin with.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
some people think. The problem is some people think it should, which I don't. It's just
Yeah,
they're trying.
Oh,
It's,
no. Hell no. Okay, basically, I'm actually with both Rachel Golden Eagle and Razor Fist. We need to gatekeep the gatekeepers.
Damn
Right.
fucking right.
and if only Razor
Exactly
Fist
what got-
would
And
if only
exactly
Razor Fist
what
would
got
get rid of his hate boner for anime.
yeah, and exactly what got my ass as dogpiled 2 days ago when I basically came to the side of Black Sage D1.
Yeah, and the thing is, what I find funny is that what I think we need. Okay, we need more people like Raging Golden Eagle out there. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need more people who are willing to stick their neck out. And what we need is people who still keep their day job, because so that even if they were to get completely demonetized, they could still go on fighting. Because if you have your day, and the thing is, the first thing you should, and in fact, I would say even try to pay your try to pay as much as you can on your mortgage to make sure because once you don't have that mortgage anymore, losing your job becomes a lot less of a problem. As long as you have enough money to cover the taxes. As long as you have enough money to cover the taxes and stuff. You don't need a huge income if you have the housing costs. The housing costs is the number one thing. The number one problem in America is the high housing costs. And if you don't have that, you don't need a big high paying job. You could just work even if they were to cancel you from your job, you'd still have low you could just find just any job and just live off of that if you didn't have the housing costs.
Yeah.
Also,
people can talk shit all they want about Raging Golden Eagle, quartering, Nerdrotic, and all that, but they're actually on the front lines, and I respect these guys doing what they do.
Exactly, and that actually brings up a good point. Nep says, Mr. Anime 343, it's funny I lose my OC, these people need to fuck off. I totally agree, and also I did see one of Smoke Talk's videos that you were actually trying to say freaking try to talk sense to Smoke Talk, but he actually just had to go and say, it's actually just all satirical, bro. Dude, it's not satire, it's just, you being an egotistical little piece of shit.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing with Adam Sessler. He likes to talk, it's just satire, bro. But what? Not when he's shit talking games made in Japan. Fucking asshole.
Yeah. Basically, these people don't have no chill. They don't actually understand, what satire is. And this is why I'm actually going to enjoy roasting his ass in my personal gripes video. Because basically, he deserves this, and he definitely deserves to actually be made fun of a little bit. But, guys, if you're actually planning on doing anything, please don't harass the guy or anything, because I will not condone it.
Hey, I'm basically about as indifferent towards Smoke Talks as Razor Fist is indifferent towards the ending of Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, but I also gotta say that I really do enjoy Razor Fist rants and stuff. And
I don't really particularly agree with his views, with most of his views on anime. I mean, I understand where he's coming from, considering that anime at large is mostly harem, moe, slice of life, isekai nonsense, and shonen shit. But when I think of anime, I don't think of moe blob bullshit, moe blob cutesy woo bullshit. I think of cyberpunk. I think of giant robots. I think of heavy metal ultra violence, and I think of basically everything that made me an anime fan.
Yeah, and also I've actually also started watching Blade Runner Black Lotus. I mean that's pretty good so far.
Too bad Razor Fist doesn't like it. I mean, considering his feelings towards Blade Runner 2049, I mean, I can understand where he's coming from because, let's face it, nothing can beat the original Blade Runner.
But I'm personally looking forward to.
But as a science fiction film made in current fucking year, it did its job perfectly.
Yeah. Also, another thing, I gotta say that I'm kind of looking forward to the release of the Berserker film and the spin-off anime series.
Did I mention how much I fucking hate Adam Sessler?
Yeah, you just actually mentioned that, but heck, just vent it all out, dude. Just let it all out.
Okay, every time Adam Cecil reviews a game made in Japan, be it JRPGs and such, shit makes my fucking blood boil. And not to mention, he's the kind of narcissistic, smarmy douchebag who generally thinks anything made in Japan is automatic crap. Yeah,
It's almost racism
not
in
to
a way.
mention he's a fucking SJW too, so of course he's gonna have shitty fucking opinions.
And what's funny is saying that it's bad just because it's from Japan is kind of racist.
Very much so. That's what I keep telling these anime haters, but oh no, they ain't having that shit. They're gonna double down on the racism no matter what I fucking tell them. So why even at this point? Why even
so much for hashtag Stop Asian Hate.
Hey, hashtag Stop Asian Hate. More like hashtag double down on Asian hate. Am I right?
That's pretty much what they're doing.
Because basically, we don't want Asian people being hurt. Like, you know, us, like, you know, like the anime fans, we don't want to actually see, you know, Asian people hurt or anything. We don't want to.
And of course,
the
they
problem-
want to label us as the bad guys and the racists, and the istophobes or whatever, because we're actually preaching against that bullshit, while they're snuffing their own ass fumes in their own cocktail parties.
Yeah, pretty
Basically,
much.
we're hypocrites.
I'll be right back.
But yeah,
Well,
pretty
okay.
much.
Go ahead.
But yeah, pretty much. You know, all these guys just bitching over anime, just trying to cause a scene online. It's like this is one of the reasons why I just YouTube is full of jackasses, because it's full of people like this. You know, it was like, oh, I hate anime. Now, when I was younger, I'm gonna be honest, I was one of those people that was like, man, anime has too much of this bullshit. Kind of like how Mad Matt feels. But as I got older, I realized it wasn't all that bad. But at the same time, there is, you know, I do believe anime should have more qualities to it. There should be more variety. What I mean to say is, like, should be more mecha,
Yeah,
should be more stuff like that.
Yeah, it should be more than just moe, harem, shonen, and isekai gobbledygook.
Yeah,
It should be what it used to be, man. I mean,
it had variety.
There was so much variety in anime way back in the olden days.
Like I said, anime has its flaws, but at the same time, you know, this woke stuff, it really, like, Marvel and DC really dropped the ball. They dropped the ball hard, and it's like it's getting to a point where it's just like, okay, come on, dude. You know, when is,
Oh man, this is a good one. The Bleeding Shadow asks, "Hey guys, what do you think of the term social jackasses?" Oh, I
Yes.
love it.
Yes. Oh, and Mad Men. Hey, Mad Matt, what metal bands do you listen to?
Oh god, now you're getting that jackass thing stuck in my head. Hi, Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, God, I love Jackass.
I mean, basically, we need more stupid shows like Beavis and Butthead, like freaking Celebrity Deathmatch, like freaking Jackass. We need all those shows because, you know, basically,
They brought out the good version of stupidity, pretty much.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah, man. I miss shows like that. Now everyone's got to be all.
Yeah, we need Jackass the Next Generation, baby.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, you gotta actually. But yeah, like I said, we just actually need to create like some newer stuff for, like, you know, our generation. That's why I'm actually planning on starting, 2 comic books. I want to do like my Magical Murder Track Teki-kun, and I also want to do like a bit of a spin-off of like Demon Slayer, but have it like Western. So I'm actually gonna do it as like Billy the Kid Demon Hunter. But
Billy the Kid Demon Hunter, huh? Nice.
Yeah.
Billy the Kid, huh?
Okay, what the actual fuck is this Vortex thing?
I don't know. Basically, it's some freaking. I'm blocking these
what?
people. I am going to. Whoop. No, don't click on that. Don't click on that. Delete, hide, comment. I'm actually.
Oh yeah,
It's
those
just it's a bot. It's a bot.
Yeah, they do
Basically,
that. Now, Matt,
Be
what metal band?
gone, but
Yeah.
Thank you,
What-
sir.
Yes. What metal band do you like the most? Do you like Megadeth? I'm not really the biggest fan of Revenge Sevenfold.
Oh, dude, you should have come to me, bro.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm a metalhead myself, man. I fucking love Megadeth, dude. I fucking love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Megadeth is good. Baby's
yeah,
first metal
for
band.
some,
But
I
if
don't.
you really
I'm not
wanna
sure. I'm not
go-
sure of any. I'm not sure of any bands I like that are still on, like that are still
Relevant. Yeah, that sucks.
like, but like back in the day we had Megadeth.
Oh man, I love Megadeth. I like.
I think
okay, I'm
that, like
actually make some like Megadeth songs. So if anybody can actually make any recommendations,
Iron Maiden.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've got recommendations for days. I'm talking Motorhead, Judas Priest.
Oh yeah, There's I'm trying to think of what other ones.
Overkill,
Mm.
Nasty Savage.
I mean, one that I really like is
Halloween.
the Trooper by Iron Maiden.
Damn
Yeah.
straight. That was an awesome.
The reason why I asked you because you're like old school, like you in the old school anime. You're very old school, Matt. I don't know how old you are, but definitely.
Dude, I'm so old school. I might as well be yelling, "Get off my fucking lawn, you goddamn Zoomer brats!"
Yeah, man.
Oh god, that's actually
See,
really
I'm
weird.
young. I'm young. I listen to things like rap metal that you listen to, fucking.
That's why you should have come to me there, bro. Because good lord, do I have some sights I want to fucking show you?
Man, fucking.
Okay. First of all, if you really want to go balls deep into the metal genre, let me just mention Motorhead and Judas Priest.
Oh man, I heard of those guys. I listened to some of their songs. Whoo! Man, I love
there's a reason why they still looked very well upon these, even to this day and age.
That's why if I were to ever make more videos, which I will,
there's a reason why they say Lemmy is God, because Lemmy literally is God, man.
Yeah, Lemmy is God because basically he actually knows how to rock shit out, man. Besides,
yeah, I'm actually a firm believer that Lemmy is actually Jesus Christ reincarnated as a badass heavy metal rock star,
who died in December of 2015,
just before the end times start.
Oh man.
That's a funny theory.
Oh my god, freaking Delete Shadow actually had this to say. Also, when I encounter these social jackasses, I'm willing to say, I'm sorry, but it's not my fault that you're dumb as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's exactly what I should have said to those social jagoffs.
Mm-hmm. I'll be right back.
I'd actually say, oh, seriously, you're just being complete. Oh, yeah, Judas is fantastic stuff, says Solon.
Dude, Judas Priest's life and Motorhead is fucking heaven. then of course there's also Overkill, which is what I consider the greatest thrash band in the known history of man. Halloween, great power metal band. Iced Earth, you can't go wrong with that one. And Nasty Savage, a very underrated metal band.
Okay, my favorite genres of music, I know a lot of you's gonna disagree. It's metal, fucking all the different types of metal, fucking screamo, fucking rap metal, techno, rock, hard rock, fucking heavy rock metal, just all that shit. I love all of that. And rap is at the bottom of the list.
Ah!
Yeah.
So in other words, you're a man of culture.
Yes.
Well, except for the screamo part, but that's neither here nor there.
Hey, I'm a late '90s, early 2000s baby, so.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I mean, I grew up on Linkin Park Z, like when they made Linkin Park music with Dragon Ball. I grew up on stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I do appreciate Linkin Park, it's their fanboyism towards anime, especially Gundam.
Hell yeah! Oh, you noticed that with the whole Reanimation album.
Bingo.
Oh.
Pretty hard not to spot that with the album cover now, is it?
Yo, dude, I love Linkin Park, and I also love. That's why if I ever upload on my DBZ and GT for Life, which is now my primary channel, I'm gonna consider because it's my most proud channel. I'm gonna freaking start uploading more videos with Motorhead or anything like that, or Megadeth, or using metal music.
I'd like to actually say something. F in the chat for Chester Bennington, who has actually apparently taken his own life, sadly.
I believe there's something behind his life being taken. When they checked out his body, there was bruises on it. I think he was attacked by John Podesta, who's a pedophile.
Oof.
Yeah.
So that's what all the screaming music was all about.
Yeah, because John Podesta was supposed to be his half father.
By a fucking goddamn fucking pedo.
Yo, man.
Well, we don't
Chester
know.
Bennington, if I can,
I mean,
man.
John Podesta hasn't been convicted of anything. But I do think there needs to be an investigation into that, but that's all I'm going to say.
You just gotta
Yeah,
ask,
man.
why?
Because these people are evil and they take good people like Chester Bennington away from us.
That was a rhetorical question there, guys.
I know, but I still had to answer it.
Oh, God, no. Freaking no. Just absolutely no.
Okay, what the actual fuck is going on there, Mr. A?
What?
Oh, God. It turns out that Jussie Smollett might be walking because people might be ignoring the evidence of, oh, God.
Oh my God.
Man, remember when I said that?
Well, if they quit Justice Smollett, he's going to be synonymous with OJ.
Remember what I said about the Virgin George R.R. Martin and the Chad J.R.R. Tolkien? We should be living in the Chad Tolkien universe, not the Virgin shithole George R.R. Martin, a Song of Ice and shit.
Yeah, we should not be living in that time. We should not be living in that.
Also, guys, I gotta say something here. Basically, anybody else that actually think that Anita Sarkeesian's freaking, besides me, of course, think that Anita Sarkeesian's feminist frequency is nothing more than a giant Ponzi scheme?
Oh, it definitely is. All ESG investment is a Ponzi scheme. Basically, any company
And
like
another
I think
news,
Twitter,
Virus
Facebook,
Wet.
and Google are Ponzi schemes now because of it. I think
And
ESG
another
investment,
news,
they
Water is
want
wet,
investment
sky
money.
is blue. Ooh, ground is really rough. Grass is green. And The Big Bang Theory is about as watchable as someone taking a big fat wet as Amy Schumer taking a big fat wet dump on someone's face.
I think as for that comment about Anita Sarkeesian about that being a grift or a Ponzi scheme, because how Twitter and all these companies got this way is through ESG investment is my opinion.
Yeah,
Is my opinion. I think it was ESG investment. And the thing is that what they do is that they basically tell their customers to fuck off and then just take investor money. So basically, the only way these investors get return on investment is by money from other investors. It's a Ponzi scheme. They turn their companies into Ponzi schemes, basically.
Of course, the fucking hedgies. It's George Soros money.
That's how I think that's how the fandom kicked off MGQ, MGE. They were bought out by an investment firm, and before a few months before that. So I think that the hedgies are to blame for all this.
Also, the Bleeding Shadow says if the Bleeding Shadow has a theme, it would be the love child of Linkin Park and Slayer.
I'd say I'd prefer it to be 20% Linkin Park and 80% Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
It's just ridiculous, guys, because basically we're just living in a freaking clown world right now. And
honk, honk.
Yeah. Oh, and you are a loser for liking hentai. And I'm going to go on my computer and I'm going to look at it myself behind closed doors because I don't want nobody to know my secret. Fucking ass.
Yeah, guess what? You know what I say to those people? Fuck them.
Yeah.
Basically, what happens behind closed doors stays behind closed doors. And don't drag me into your freaking bullshit.
Yeah.
Because basically, someone is going to be freaking getting their freaking lights knocked out. Because trust me, I'm the kind of guy that is willing to actually throw fists if I have to. Yeah.
So what's up?
I was just actually saying that if these people actually try to drag me into their freaking bullshit, I'd actually would personally freaking knock someone's lights out, and I'm not afraid to actually throw punches either.
Me neither.
You'd end up charged with assault if that happened.
They can suck that assault can suck a dick. That's what they can do. It's like, we'll charge you for assault. Why don't you charge these nuts in your mouth?
Nice one. Oh God, nice.
Oh. And after that,
something Bleeding Shadow said.
There is a difference between Patrick Star and Ed Dumb and Twitter Ferritin Dumb.
He's not wrong.
Oh God, this is why I prefer the anime version of freaking Cowboy Bebop, because at least they've actually done Ed good that way.
Whereas, damn right. I mean, granted,
the anime version too, much more over the other, the live action. But I still think the live action isn't that bad. I just prefer the anime version because that's the original and it's a classic.
Yeah, and yet they want to freaking just undo history because
Of course they want to undo history. They're the Ministry of fucking Truth.
Of course. Also, here's the thing. I quote Richie Golden Eagle when I say this.
Faggots who wants to fucking try to take away our anime is literally lame and the live action is better and fucking I'm an SJW and I'm a cuck and all that other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
some wokey gets in my face in real life. I Rochambeau them in the balls.
Shimbo.
Yeah.
Before I ever go like into like, I want to get a body camera just so I could prove my innocence. Especially if a female SJW gets in my face, I have to be able to prove my innocence. Because remember, men are guilty until proven innocent.
More like proven guilty and never proven innocent. According,
Well, I think that
their fantasy. That's their fantasy world.
that's what they would like to happen. Unfortunately, see, remember that I think it was Jesse. No, I'm not. I don't think it was her, but it was someone. I think it was from NCSoft. There was this one NCSoft employee that got fired, and she complained. She complains like, it's so bad that we're living in a time where men are able to have receipts to discredit women. It's like, you know why those receipts discredit those women? Because they show the truth. And the thing is that they can't lie about someone if there's enough evidence to prove that they're lying. They just don't like the fact that men are keeping the proof, or they don't. How to explain? I think it was like that. It's sad that they complain that men had receipts that basically disproved their bullshit. They don't like being disproven, because they rely on the fact that people will just assume women are telling the truth nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. And I also quote Rachel Golden Eagle when I say
Relying on
this.
assumptions is never a good thing. You can't just rely on assumptions.
Well, that's what they did, and that's how they got busted for lying.
Mm-hmm.
Also, guys, I like to actually quote Richie Golden Eagle. So he actually said this in on the Flashcast live stream. He actually said this when Vic Mignogno was there. He said, "The strong create, whereas the weak destroy." That's how things are. And the weak actually usually like to actually think, "Oh, look at us! We've actually managed to destroy this thing because a bunch of strong people actually created it."
That couldn't be any more true if this were Fist of the North Star.
I'm not really a believer of the weak over the strong. That's a really weird belief to me, but
yeah, true.
Because think about it. I've seen weak people survive the worst of the worst. You want to know why? Because they're actually intelligent. It's really like so if you're a dumbass, it don't matter if you're strong or not. At the end of the day, you're gonna get yourself killed because you're a dumbass.
It's the smart over the dumb, basically.
Yeah, people's
it's actually the more adaptable.
Yeah,
it's
pretty much
the more adaptable.
Pretty much,
that survives.
It's like, you want to know why smart people don't kill dumb people? Because dumb people will kill them fucking selves. They don't need to do anything.
The problem with today is because we have increasingly socialized medical, we have to protect the dumb from themselves because of money. That's why we have so many idiots nowadays. Seatbelt laws, they shouldn't exist. I say stop protecting the dumb from themselves. Just let them win the Darwin Award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friggin'.
And Darwin is the one who made up that stupid ass theory and the weak over the strong.
No, actually, no, I think it was survival of the fittest. That's what Darwin came up with.
I think he made up both.
I don't know, but because I think that I don't know, because what I know about that is that he's the one who it's a joke about how he came up with how evolution works and all that. I know that some people don't believe in it, but whether or not I don't really care. But it's just the fact that that's what he's known for. So that's why people call it the Darwin Award, when the stupid take themselves out.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I gotta say that I really gotta give it to the Bleeding Shadow. And that's for my channel. I'm not gonna bend the knee for my social justice that doesn't even exist anymore. I really gotta give it to you, man.
Yeah.
I hope I hope you actually are successful on your channel as well. I mean, I'm still growing strong.
I'm also gonna quote Raging Golden Eagle here. If you ever encounter a Wookiee on social media and he talks shit to you, just block him. Don't even attempt a snide and snarky comment. That's what Razor Fist is for. Don't even attempt to argue with them. Just block them.
Either mute them or block them, because giving them no attention is a worse punishment than giving them negative attention.
Yeah, and they're even if they call you a fucking coward just for taking the mental high road, they're still talking. They're still full of shit, because every single thing they say is fucking dumb. So it's better to spare whatever brain cells you have left and just mute or block them, whichever comes first.
I totally agree, dude.
Yeah, on Twitter, I do block people. Honestly, I used to basically I used to blockchain people who were antis, because I on my RP account, because I just don't trust that they're gonna move on to something else, that some other fetish they don't like, and start banning that, because we know that once they succeed with, because I don't, even though I don't do that kind of weird lolly stuff, even though I don't do that, I stay away from that for the most part. They're gonna come after something else next, and I just know it. I just know they're gonna come after something else next.
Yeah, it's so funny because people say
I block them preemptively while they're going after something else, so I don't have to deal with them when they come get to me.
Man. My conversation.
My conversation.
Yeah, they could go fuck their conversation.
Yeah, they don't even want a conversation. They just want to talk down to you and be condescending assholes towards you.
Yeah, for example,
that's the thing.
It's
like Razor Fist said. They don't hate Trump. They're perfectly fine with the Trump bucks. They hate you.
The thing is,
they very much hate even the air you breathe. That they have to breathe the same air as you.
Yeah,
so it's perfectly moral to hate them back.
Yeah, pretty much. It's so funny how people call you out, and then if you actually did something wrong, you correct yourself, and then they call you a pussy for that. I'm like, I literally came on here, and yes, I corrected my behavior because I don't want to portray that about myself. And I've seen your issues, I've seen your criticism, because people think, oh, you did it because you're scared, or you did it because you don't want us to be mad at you. No, sometimes you want to do that thing. You want to correct yourself because you realize you was being an idiot and you was wrong, so you correct yourself, and then they'll still call you out and call you a pussy and try to make up lies about you. So you really can't win either way, and everybody on here is just a bunch of virgins, man.
Yeah, in fact, I gotta simply say,
see also 4chan or Encyclopedia Dramatica
or Kiwi Farms for that matter.
Man, those are the places of the sickos. I don't even want to talk about them. I don't. They just they just make people look bad for nothing. I don't want to talk about them because that's going to attract them. I don't want to.
Yeah. It's probably no wonder why God doesn't come down to see it. Doesn't come down to see us no more, because I think he's kind of afraid of what he had just created.
I know what that quote you got that from, but pretty much I don't think God is scared. More like he gave us the free will to do what we want to do the right thing and do the natural thing according to the universe, God himself. And pretty much we are abusing that, and we are taking everything for granted. And it's like, man, God left all these things for us to use, to cure, to heal, and we rely so much on bullshit. That's why people die in the millions. People say, "Oh, there's no cure for cancer." Of course, there's a cure for cancer. I think there's a cure for cancer. But people,
yeah, there is a cure for cancer. The elites just ain't giving this to us because we're fucking dirt people.
or it's right in front of our faces. We just don't know because we don't pay attention to what the creator or the maker has left here for us, because a lot of us is so busy doing bullshit and we're so busy looking up bullshit.
Yeah, honestly, I think the problem is that they don't want to cure diseases. They want to keep people on pills for life, and they don't. It again, it's big pharma.
Yeah.
Because they can.
I'm actually taking antidepressants
It won't.
myself.
There won't be cures until every single drug to treat the disease is off of patent. Because then they'll run out of money makers, and then the cure will be the only way the only thing that they can patent. Then they'll make a cure. Once all the drugs to perpetually treat it are they discovered all them. Again, it's this whole it's just because of the perpetual income they can make from people being dependent upon pills to keep them alive.
Yeah, pills is not going to work. You got to really get deep into the root of their body. You really got to fucking heal your body from shit like diseases and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And that's coming from a guy who's actually taking antidepressants because depression and all that.
Honestly, there's one thing I think and there's also like this whole thing about farms, how they treat their cows and stuff with antibiotics, and then all of a sudden we have all these super bugs.
Hey, sorry, I ain't got much time. I'm on break right now from work, and so yeah, I'm eating a charboard sandwich. So what's the topic?
Well, we've been spending most of our
complete sucks.
Bitch ass motherfucker, suck my dick.
People, people honking their horns like that.
I know. I know them. No, it's the sort of thing.
Because I was
live there, Shimonetta dude.
Yeah, we've been spending most of our time bitching about all these freaking anime haters actually saying, freaking looting
people like Giguk, Normalities, and Butterboy, etc.
So I mean, let me have my piece since I ain't got much time on here and shit. So what's the person Fifi? I think that's her name. Or what you called her, Mr. A?
Fifi.
Yeah. Like I was watching her video and shit, right? And so when I was watching a couple of her videos, and it's just when she was talking about how Neuralities is, of course, a dumbass and stuff like that. And she doesn't know jack shit about, say, V0, and how she was talking about V0, it's a power fantasy with all this and that. And here you have this other female YouTuber, Fifi, who's first of all, Neuralities was trying to sit there and say that she feels that the YouTubers are there's not enough women or whatever, and yet here's Fifi saying all you gotta do is just look for them, right? It's of course you're gonna get the big ones who everyone knows and shit like that, but it's just you don't seek them out. You just want to basically be victim.
Yeah, it's actually just ridiculous. Besides, I just actually really want, I just want to seriously enjoy anime for what it is, not freaking just shove political propaganda down each other's throats, with gender identity or fucking less representation and shit like that.
Here's my thing. I don't have a problem with people disliking anime. I have a problem with people using it and weaponizing it against people and all of that shit.
Yeah. I have no problem with people disliking anime either. It's just that when someone gets my face for liking it, that's when I start going. going all fucking Kiryu Kazuma on their asses.
Like if
Yeah,
a guy,
they
let's
do
say a guy came. Let's say if a guy came on stream right now and said, "Hey guys, I like hanging. You guys seem cool. I just don't like anime. I just want to have some guys to talk to." I wouldn't have a problem with him for not liking anime as long as he's respectful.
Yeah. But I mean, my issue.
As long as he's respectful, I'm not likely to bust his chops.
And my issue, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for all of us here, is when some asshole comes up and says anime is for X, and I'm pretty sure we all know what X is. It's like, no, dude, it's not for X.
What's funny is remember that Ars Technica writer that said that exact same thing. Anime is for PEDOs, and all of a sudden he turned out to be one.
Yep.
I think it was called. And the funniest at was like Dr. Pizza was his at on Twitter.
Yeah, self-projecting. I mean, there is a legit correlation between these idiots who hate anime and say it's problematic and it's for, cheese pizza lovers, blah, 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 and them being
cheese pizza lovers, basically.
Cheese pizza lover.
I don't know what else to call. I guess. I hate the fact that we have to. I want to call them what they are. They're these people like that Ars Technica writer. They were projecting pedophiles, basically. They're projecting their own.
Just call them male feminists. It's potato.
Reset the clock.
Same thing.
Reset the clock, basically.
Reset the clock.
Reset the clock. Yeah, I just actually had to do some last minute Christmas shopping today. That's why I've actually started this a little bit late.
Yeah,
I forgot that was the Christmas season.
Yeah, that's kind of how bad this is now, considering.
Yeah, this year I'm not really giving anyone any presents this year because of how badly it's just. Oof. Because everything's so expensive, and I don't want to have to expend more than I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I try to be lenient towards my mother since she's pretty much my Santa. I mean, at least $300 worth of gifts.
And if that won't be much, then in this economy right now.
Yeah, especially
considering the inflation.
Yeah,
I can't say I didn't try to be lenient with my list, with my Christmas list.
Yeah, in fact, if there's anything I just want to get, I'll actually get it, so that way I can actually say I actually bought it with my own money, because that's what I usually do, because I have a job. I mean, I work for a living. I can be able to, somewhat take care of myself. As long as I have, a form of income coming in, I'm all good.
Yeah. But for me, I don't really do Christmas shopping because, well, for the most part, my family doesn't really, want me to buy them something. It's like, oh, you don't have to just be there for the family, blah, blah, blah kind of thing. And and the other side is I don't really have a lot of family members who I am chummy with.
Yeah, and basically, I actually have to say that I would have half of mine just to actually freaking watch Santa Inc. and just try to destroy my brain cells with that shit. Seeing what kind of
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm going to talk about that for one moment. It sucks that Dee Dee's not here because I would really like her insight on this. But so let's talk about the Christmas stuff.
You're talking about Santa Inc.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, what a trash fire that is.
Santa thing the only thing that is Santa related that I like is the movie Bad Santa. That's it.
The only thing Santa related I like, Gundam 0080 War in the Pocket.
What I was going to say was so I don't know who watches Amphibia. I highly recommend it. It is a good show.
I do.
But but they did a a Christmas episode, which was pretty cute, pretty funny, and it was for those who don't know, Anne and her family are Thai, meaning they're not white. They come from I believe Thailand, and so it's like this sweet little moment. Was like Christmas meant so much to Anne's mom and stuff. You get again a sweet, wholesome moment. And it's like, this is what Christmas is right here. Then you have fucking Scented Inc., who is just agenda driven and what man evil and that kind of bullshit.
Yeah, if I survive like watching Santa Inc., I will happily freaking do a review, just like kind of spew out all my honest thoughts about that shit. Because like I said, earlier in my stream, I said this. I actually have something that freaking Butterball doesn't even have, and that's honesty.
And a beard.
Well, I don't want to be. I don't fuck with beard, so but that's just me. Wait,
Besides,
Dionysus, do you have a beard?
no, he's a
No.
femboy.
Yeah, we femboys don't do beards.
Yeah, I usually shave my beard. I usually shave my beard a lot.
Yeah, me too. I don't fuck with beards.
Yeah, I mean, now don't get me wrong, I did try to go for that whole goatee thing, but the issue is whenever you drink water from a water fountain, your fucking hair decides to hold up all that damn water.
Yeah, basically it's not fun. Besides, I usually prefer, a clean femboy instead of like, one that actually has any facial hair. And I saw that live on TikTok. Oh god. That was just freaking nightmare fuel.
Oh god. That TikTok freaked me the fuck out.
What TikTok?
Ring.
Basically, if someone could actually share a link from the council page that somebody actually shared to us, I think it was DL. I don't know who it might have been, but
I swear to God. The
Oh yeah,
bearded lady-
that woman, that lady.
The end times are upon us. I think
That
it's-
right there, guys, that's probably what Butterboy was talking about when he said lady beard. Because that right there is a lady with a motherfucking beard.
The bearded lady is real. The end times are upon us, folks. Time to repent.
And what's
Yeah,
funny is
anyway,
she
guys.
tries to. And what's funny
Yeah.
is she tries to, put it off like she looks pretty and beautiful and she's proud of this. Like here's what I pointed out. First of all, you know how we femboys, as well as pretty women in general, are liked by both men and women. And yet here you have a woman who has a fucking 5 o'clock shadow or little peach fuzz, and no one likes that. Which means, boys and girls, femboy supremacy, bow down to the almighty Bussy.
yes,
The only
I will happily
peach
freaking
fuzz
do
I
that
should be-
because basically,
Yeah, the only peach
Beards
fuzz I should
only work on on your typical man with your typical muscular type of build. It doesn't work on a femboy or a woman.
Exactly.
Can I interject, guys? The only peach fuzz I should be seeing on a lady is right down the netherite, right down south of the equator.
That's what I'm talking
The
about.
muff.
The pearl.
yes, basically, I don't like mine too hairy. I just actually want a little bit of hair down there, but not to actually freaking just kind of turn me off. Like,
Not
I mean,
not like you don't want it to be like
a tropical rainforest.
exactly.
Hey, are you guys gonna be on longer? Because I gotta go do something.
yeah,
I
I
gotta go make dinner myself too.
Yeah,
Let's
man,
say-
I've got like about 8 minutes before I have to go back to work.
But like I said, let's actually just call it good here and let's get our final goodbyes out of the way because I gotta go get some stuff.
Oh
so
God, what are these bots?
All right.
Why don't all these bots just leave us the hell alone?
And probably
Oh,
is
God.
Western
What?
Killer's
That's
little dick
6
sucker.
times. 6 times. I actually had to block these damn bots.
Ay,
Whatever, we're
ay.
about to leave the stream anyway, so fuck these little bot bitches. Let's get this done over with.
Okay, yeah,
Too
let's
much
get our fellow
bottery.
guys out of the way. Theo, since you're the last
Bot bottery.
to come on,
Okay,
you go
okay.
first.
Well, I don't know what the entire conversation that y'all had was. I do apologize for missing it. Tomorrow, Mr. A, I will be, I should be out for work at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 12 p.m. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, remember, facial hair belongs on a muscular man, not on a fucking woman or a damn femboy. And also, femboy supremacy. Bow down to the bussy.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
Matt,
Not much for me, guys. Just be excellent to each other and party the fuck on, dudes. And remember, Die Hard is still best Christmas movie. Don't fucking at me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
hell yeah. TVZ and Cheeky for life.
All I have to say is, look, all you wokies out there, die. That's all I gotta say to you. And also, Yakuza Western Killer, stop eating the butter, man. You're gonna end up dead. You're gonna look like that
Exactly.
guy from the Hong Kong '97 game at that game over screen. You're gonna look like him. So stop fucking eating that butter.
Yeah, best let him win the Darwin Award there, Neo.
Yeah,
Put down the fried butter, fat boy.
yeah. Keep rocking the dragon. Keep rocking the dragon.
And Cerno?
Well. I don't know. Oh yeah. The problem I have with they have a whole anime thing. The problems. Let's just say we need to the companies need to start prioritizing their customers over their investors. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it took me so long. I just
Oh, it's okay.
It's
also
fine,
doing something
dude.
else.
At least it's a message we can all agree on.
Exactly. And also, guys, I do appreciate you guys coming on, even though it's been a little bit late. I actually had to do some Christmas shopping along with cashing my check today. And also, as always, just remember these 3 things. Respect the waifus, enjoy your fandoms, anime is freedom. Stay the freak away from anime if you don't like it. And also, because of Western Killer, eat a dick. For all I care. Until the next one, this is
Can I
Mr.
do
Alex.
this butter?
Sayonara, everyone.
Peace out, Ronan.
Adios, bitchachos.